Good morning. I want to welcome you to the Lawson Cooley Farm. Give you a little update on what we've done on the garden. This is on the south side of the house, and I'll step back so you can see it. This is called a floating row cover, and they tried this year. It's worked out real well. This is put on to help in case we have a late frost. It's also good for keeping bugs off your plants. What we have under here is we raise broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, spinach, and lettuce. And I'm going to show you what it looks like underneath this. Just take a second and I'll remove this cover and then I'll show you. Now we've removed the row cover. I want to show you what's under it. This is where we just started little rows of spinach and a little bit of lettuce. This was after these were starts that we started. This is spinach, and then we've got cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower in here. And this is April the 7th, so we're pretty much ahead of the game. When Diane starts these in the barn and gets them going, and then we're not too far away from having broccoli up. And then down here outside of the row cover, these, in case you don't know, here in Oklahoma, these are carrots. And it's very difficult for us to grow carrots, for them to get big enough to make carrots before it's so hard that they burn up and the ground turns to concrete. So what we did this last fall is we planted all these carrots. We just threw a bunch of seeds in here to let them go. Carrots will grow all winter. They didn't need any kind of cover. They didn't need any mulch. We just put them in here, and they've done real well. They need to be, we're starting to take a few out and thin them a little bit, but that's the best way we found to do carrots. So that's our early garden. It's just here on the south side of the house, and this is it's 32 foot long, and we just took PVC pipe and I cut some top rail pieces and drove them in the ground, and these are 10-foot pieces of PVC pipe. And then the black deals on here are binder clips that we found, and we can clip those on and hold the row cover down so they stay down during the high wind. And I'm going to take you on around here and show you what else we've started this year. Just give you a little garden tour. It's too early to really do anything in the garden, so I'll just take you around and show you what we started. We started a bunch of strawberries this year, and we had a bunch of little pots, and so we put 4 or 5 strawberry plants per pot here on the front porch, and we've got 3 pots here on the front porch, and they're all up and really doing good. We ordered some little deals. All they were is roots and no leaves, and they've already got the leaves on. And out around the propane tank, we had a bunch of these that last year we put tomatoes in them, and this year we're putting strawberries in them. So we've lost a few strawberries due to the cats have dug up some, but most of these are really doing good. And if you can see, these strawberries here have already got little blossoms, and we have to tear the blossoms off this year. They're not allowed to have, I'll let Diane do that. She's a little more nimble fingered than I am. But you have to remove the blossoms. You don't want them to have strawberries the first year, because if they do, then from then on, the strawberries will all be small. And if you take them off the first year and let them establish the first year, then from then on, they have big strawberries. So, and show you these. One of the problems we've had this year is if you hadn't been where you're at, we have had water. We have water standing everywhere. This is part of the garden, and this is part of the garden. Now, what we've done this year, and we did some of it last year, is this is going to be the end of the garden. Last year we had some over there. There won't be any over there, but this silver deal, we have a machine that puts this down. We pull behind the tractor, and it puts the plastic down, and where the black line is right there, underneath that is a water line. And you can see this water line sticking out of the ground right here on this one. And it's just laying there right now. The black deal is weed barrier. And we've worked, whenever it's been dry enough, we've jumped in here and tried to work a little bit to put this down. There's nothing planted in the garden yet but onions. But I just wanted to give you an update. Now what we'll have is there's a pipe sticking out of the ground right there, and this one here, and all down through here under each one of these rows. Now these that where the weed barrier is and there's just dirt, we'll plant that in green beans, corn, whatever is a row crop. Then when it comes up, we'll take one of these black water lines here and we'll put it right down through the middle of that dirt strip to water. There's an emitter every 12 inches on this black line right here. And then from this end all the way down, right along the edge of that, down through there, there'll be a 2-inch plastic pipe, and we hook into a water system that hooks up to our hydrant over here, and it has a valve on each one of them. And we'll be able to, if you need to water or you don't need to water, you can turn the valves on and off accordingly. But this is going to be the garden. I just wanted to give you an update of what it's going to look like this year. Hopefully in the summer. Now on this plastic, we have a little propane torch, and we'll burn a hole in that black down through there everywhere that we want to put a plant. And then all the black is just weed barrier to stop the growth of weeds. I don't like to hoe. And then we will have everything. We have four bunches of onions planted right now down through here. We've got a couple different kinds of white onions and purple onions. On the other side of that, and when we can get in there, that'll be probably beets planted down through there. And we'll have okra. There'll be tomato plants up through here. There'll probably be 2 rows of tomato plants here and 1 row of okra on the end. But as you can tell, we are battling mud. Everything is covered in mud. So I just wanted to give you an update and show you a quick deal of how the garden is started. This has all been, we put compost, it has rabbit manure. I took a plow this year and put it on the big tractor. That's our barn over there, and that's the little tractor that we run the tiller with. The big tractor is what I plowed with, and we plowed this up and let it set all winter. Turned it up to let the roots go to the cold. And then we've got the compost from the hay rings and everything that we composted through the summer, and the rabbit manure. And then we till it up, and I'll show you, give you a tour up here of this equipment. We just built this barn 2 years ago, and didn't take long to fill it full of junk. So that's the farmer way. Kevin over here, I'll show you. Kevin has, if you can see him, he has calves. He has 12 calves that he's weaned. They're in here we're feeding them and weaning them, and then we'll take them to the other farm and leave them for the summer, and then he'll bring those back in the fall and grain feed them, and anybody wants any grain fed beef, he'll have that. This is the little tractor right here, John Deere, and on it we run this tiller. This is a 7-foot tiller, and this is what we till the garden up with to really crunch it up. And this machine here, we put it on the little one, and this is the one that puts the plastic down. This is the plastic in a roll, and then when we hook it up, this part right here, we put a roll of the line. It's in a cardboard deal, and it goes right here. And it comes down, and it goes right through that pipe here. It sticks through there, and then it goes underneath. And when you put it down, these plows plow the dirt, and what it does, it makes a raised bed. It goes through here, the plastic goes down, the plastic is under the tires, and you see the angle, they're set, and they pull the plastic tight, and then at the end, that little disc over there it digs in the ground and it covers up the edges. That's what holds it down. And this all puts it down. It's real quick. We can put all the plastic down in the whole garden in 30 minutes. So it really shortens our time. This is the big tractor that we move hay with. That's a 4020 John Deere. And this barn was full of 73 bales of hay this year. It was all the way full, and we have got those 73 bales and went back and got 21, I think 21 more bales. We've used 90 some bales of hay this year. It's how wet it is. This is our little pecan picker. This pulls with the four-wheeler, and it picks up pecans and puts them in a 100-pound gunny sack. And these are our new corrals we had built a couple years ago, like last year. And we had trouble. We were feeding out in the pasture, and it's hard to get the cows to come in here. So we had a guy come, and he built us a great fence around here. There's a gate over there, and then it goes down, and there's another gate over there, and the cows come in here. I had a guy build me a berm up, and there's 60 foot of trough feeders, and the cows come in every morning and eat right there. And then when we want to work them, we just close the two gates, and then there's a gate over there that goes into that catch pen and catch the calves. But that's them overeating. So they're through being balling for mama. So now they're just down to eating. And poor things, we've got mud, and more mud. So as soon as another week or so, they'll be headed to the farm. So I just wanted to give you guys an update of what everything was and how the garden was going, and hopefully the next time I do one of these, the garden will look different. It'll have something growing in it. But you can see we built this barn up pretty good, and it's pretty high, and so we're just waiting on it to dry out so we can get in it and do more stuff. So until next time, be safe. We love you.